Well, hello there everybody. This is the one and only Invader, and thank you for tuning in for what hopes to be another pretty cool video. In recent years, we've seen Microsoft invest in some older, more beloved properties that people were begging for. Killer Instinct came back and it's been doing very well. Phantom Dust is another one that they're bringing back, though there have been some stumbling blocks there. So what kinds of franchises or genres do I think Microsoft should invest in or look into? Well, for starters, I think it would be a good idea to get another racing game into the mix. While I love games like that Turn 10 make and the Forza series in general, I think there needs to be another racing franchise to help space out these Forza games. Possibly a kart racer? For example, one featuring popular Rare characters from Banjo-Kazooie, Conker, and Cameo. I remember a cancelled one by Rare called Conker Fast and the Furious. Or they could even do another Forza game but have it in more of a rally environment instead. I'd like to see a classic franchise return, maybe reinvent Project Gotham Racing, or even bring back Midtown Madness. Midtown Madness was a wacky open-world racing game that got a lot of praise during the original Xbox era. Maybe now is a good time to bring it back. Now, I have a suspicion that there's a new Conker game in the works. There's just too much buzz going around about it recently. I would love to see a new, proper Conker game. But the thing about Conker, though, is that you can't tone him down too much. Otherwise, he just gets lost in the pile of countless other platformers.
What was that?
I would also love to see a new Banjo-Kazooie game, but as of right now, I haven't heard of anything or seen anything that would indicate that the Bear and Bird would be coming back anytime soon. It's a shame considering the widespread love for the franchise. Either way, I still think that there's value to them, and hopefully we'll see Microsoft bring back a beloved Rare mascot. Now, I would love to see Microsoft continue with Alan Wake. There's a huge gap in the whole thriller survival section in Microsoft's portfolio. However, they do have a very interesting property in Alan Wake. Granted, they don't own it, but they do have publishing rights to it. It has a great set of characters, awesome atmosphere, and it totally deserves a comeback. Judging from Alan Wake references already blatantly seen in Quantum Break preview gameplay, I'm fairly positive we'll see Alan Wake returning in a few years. And hey, if it happens, I'll be one happy camper. Back in 2013, we saw a tease of a new property that Black Tusk Studios, now the Coalition, were working on. It's a shame that was put on the back burner because it seemed like a genuinely interesting title. I think it'd be cool to see a stealth game in the mix, you know, a property like Perfect Dark. It could fit well into the mix. It had a lot of stealth elements against a shady corporation with sci-fi themes. Could I see Perfect Dark come back? Oh yeah, definitely. It's a well-known brand name in gaming and there's still lots of untapped potential there. I've also heard Ken Lobb mention in discussions about doing another game. So, hey, it's definitely a possibility. I'd also like to see a new mech game. After seeing the success of recent titles like Titanfall, I can totally see another mech game come. Nice. Coincidentally, Microsoft already have a property that could fill that need in Mech Assault. I personally love that game series. It had a proper campaign, cool mechs, lots of destruction, and large-scale boss battles. Hey, there was a lot to like about it. Now, can you imagine what a current-gen system using cloud-powered resources could do? Wow. Now, Microsoft used to do a lot of simulator games. Flight simulators, space simulators, combat sims, and so forth. They had a following, but for various reasons, got out of making those games. I think it would be cool to have some of those games come back. Games like Zoo Tycoon, though we've already had one iteration of that, or even Connectimals. They seem to do decently well, so hey, why not continue to produce the occasional sim game? I'm not saying it's a huge market, but it's sort of a sizable one in any case. Adding to this, I'd love to see a dogfighter game come along. While it may not be a sim by any means, I think a property like Crimson Skies could make a really big splash. It had a cool story, a diesel punk style design, and just a great action-packed adventure. It was one of those franchises on the original Xbox that truly defined the brand. I think it would be rather fitting for it to come back. I mean, what with the resurgence of franchises like Killer Instinct and Phantom Dust, why not Crimson Skies? Phil Spencer has already stated that he'd like to see RTS on consoles this gen. So far, we all know for sure that Halo Wars is definitely coming later this year. However, Microsoft have a new studio called Decisive Games, specifically created to tackle real-time strategy games. What do I think they're working on? Well, I believe it's on a new Rise of Nations. It makes sense as they recently purchased the property about 2 years or so ago, and Spencer stated that they wouldn't buy it unless they intended to use it. Not only that, but we may even see a new Age of Empires game at some point. I'm a fan of that property, and I could totally see it having another game in this series. Also, it's no secret that Microsoft has a lack of first-party sports games. A lot of gamers would like to see them get more involved in the sports scene. You know, let's see them do a football game. Also, Sony has a popular baseball title, why not try and compete with that? For the record, I'm not saying to invest in every sport out there. That'd be a lot of money to throw around at once. But, you know, certainly focus on something that you think would be a big break. There's lots of potential there. Also, while I believe that right now they're set for fighting games, Killer Instinct is definitely doing well and it's shaping up to be another significant franchise. I would like to see more done with the franchise. Something along the lines of a cross title with, let's say, Mortal Kombat. A Mortal Kombat vs. Killer Instinct title would be awesome. NetherRealm studio head Ed Boon has been quoted over the years of wanting to do a Killer Instinct game. Why not give this big well-known studio a chance, Phil? So, what kinds of games would you guys like to see Microsoft invest in? Are there any game properties you would like to see brought back into the fold? Also, a shout out to Gamers Know Best and Desert She-Wolf. If you enjoy knowledgeable gaming discussions, please, by all means, check these guys out. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I always appreciate the views and the support. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Ciao for now, and see ya.
Bear, let's go!